Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Kim and this is Channel Messages once again. How are you doing? It's Friday, we made it. Clap it up. Oop, clap it up. Clap it up. We made it through the week. This week has been fast, first of all. A lot's happened this week. Energetically, this week I would say frenetic, hectic, lots of news, lots of aggression. But it feels like a calmness coming, at least by the end of the week. Okay, for me anyway. I hope there's a calmness coming for you guys. I hope you have something interesting planned for the weekend to decompress from the week. I'm not sure what I will be doing this weekend. I've just been really focusing on myself lately, more present in a way that I never had. No, I shouldn't say never. That's not true. Never is not the right word. That I haven't been in a long while. Present in my physical. My ears are ringing. Anyway, channel messages. I'm doing something a little bit different. I want to talk with Edgar and the rest of my spirit guides regarding a few people. I have a list here that I made, and I want to talk about where they're going, what's going to happen with them, what their outcome is, because I just feel drawn to doing that for some reason. For the past, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks, I've been thinking about this. These people who seem important in this moment, in some sense, and I'm interested to see where they're going. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and before we even jump into anything, everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say here is for informational purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged. If you want a personal reading, you can click more in the description of this video and the link will be there. Or you could email me, moonlightenergy15@gmail.com, and the link will be there. Or I'll send you a link rather. You could also email me about different things you want to talk about. I mean, I don't mind. I don't care. Anyway, what do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I was reading the comments, and I appreciate you guys. I do. I was reading the comments, and I was thinking about what I said when I was answering a question about Gavin Newsom. I have my opinions. I always will. You know that. And I said I'm trying not to give too much of my opinion when I do a reading. And I sort of misspoke there because in doing this work, I have begun to understand myself, and spiritually, I have been exploring who I am for a long time now, and I have shifted and reshaped my style, how advanced my gifts have become, how I share my readings, how I share my energy, how I know how to walk the middle path. But I'm always gonna, I'm always gonna always try to keep it real. I'm never going to sugarcoat something or, um, you know, not not be truthful or be negative. I try to, if I have a strong opinion about something, I genuinely feel, I try to stray away from, I don't know it all. I don't have all the answers. And when I don't know something or I can't answer something, I will tell you. I'm saying all of this to say, you're probably wondering, what are you saying? Get to the point. But I'm saying all of this to say, I have gifts, and we strive to reach our higher selves and fully integrate with our higher selves. Am I there? No. Well, but I know when I'm doing this, I'm there. When I'm touching these cards, when I'm channeling, when I'm doing this work, I'm absolutely, I know what it feels like. And I also recognize my humanness, especially now with what I'm dealing with, how human I am. And understanding, I've been thinking about this for a while now, since doing this YouTube channel, of like understanding that I don't have to be perfect. And this is what my guides tell me. I don't have to be perfect. And I'm not saying any of you want me to be perfect, but I'm just sharing this with you. I had this idea in my head of like, oh my goodness, I'm this, I have these psychic gifts and I'm trying to be quote unquote enlightened and I should be this way and I should be myself. That's it, is what I have come to understand. On my authentic self. And so that means I'm going to share opinions that not everyone agrees with, and it will be strong. What is good, what something might be good for you may not be good for me. In my own life experience, being who I am, how I identify, being a Black woman, all of those things. So I will have an opinion, but sometimes when I want you to understand, when I also say something on here, it's because I feel it in my intuition. Okay, so like I'm understanding that I don't have to be a Buddha, or I don't have to be I could just be my like authentic self, and that causes me the less stress. So if I when I put I can't be, it's not who I am to be just like that. Like I'm this all-knowing, ringing a bell sort of, yes, I'm spiritual. Yes, I believe in mindfulness and meditation and calmness and being soothing and kind and compassionate and empathetic. I hold all of that space. And I also could be sharp and opinionated. And I have to walk the middle path of, you could fast forward through this if you don't want to hear this, but I have to walk the middle path between, I'm also a social worker. I also work in the system. I also see the flaws in the system. I also see what could work and what needs to change. So that also plays a role in my work. So this pressure I would put on myself to be a way that I'm not, to, yes, I'm so spiritual. I believe in the metaphysical. I believe in enlightenment. But enlightenment, I think, also looks different for different people. and vibrations and frequencies and energies, it looks different. Some of the I've channeled gods and goddesses, and who have prickly energy, who, are angry, and I've felt that anger. I've felt that. But when you zoom back, the overall message, the overall energy is they care, they're compassionate, but some of them keep it real. Some humans, spirits that I've channeled, same thing. And there are some who are completely elevated, who are up there and are able to have that wall of just, this is an observation. Okay? What do y'all think? I just wanted to explain that. Not because nothing happened. It's just something I've been thinking about. Something I've been thinking about a lot in this work that I do. And my reactions to things. My opinions on things that also are sort of like, this is what I'm feeling in my intuition. They all play a role that is helpful for me in this work. Okay. All right. So anyway, let's get into it. I said a lot. First of all, I need water. I said a lot. I'm joking. I just want excuse me. I just want to give a continuous peek into my own journey of doing this. All right. Okay. So there's a few. This list is long. It's long. So I'll see how I get through it. I'm gonna do it. I don't have to. And do an invocation. But I like to. I don't have to with my spirit guide. I could just call him, and I feel him there already, but I don't know, it makes the energy stronger for me when I invoke. He's literally right there. I could see him, I could feel him. He's quiet, smoke billowing. Okay? I'm going to call upon Edgar. Hopefully okay. All right, Edgar Casey, Sleeping Prophet, and Channel of Divine Wisdom. Yes. I call upon your spirit of healing, truth, light. May you ground, hold on, I can't see. It doesn't even say ground. May your guidance flow through me with clarity, compassion, and integrity. I open this space in reverence and alignment and the highest good. Be present with me. Please be present with me. And may your wisdom illuminate the path. I could read, y'all, I just can't see. Okay. Okay, let me just... All right, so the first person I want to talk about is Letitia James. Big Tish. He's right here. I could feel you. He's smoking a pipe. So for those of you who may not, I'm sure you know who Letitia James is. I can't believe her age, first of all. Whew, she looks good. But she is the Attorney General of New York State. She is incredibly intelligent. She is unafraid of Donald Trump. She goes after him. She doesn't care because she herself has her own gifts. She is bold. She speaks her mind. She has a lot of support. Okay, and she is suing everybody, her and a bunch of other AGs in the Trump administration. She is suing, okay? And they're trying to come after her, and what you would find is it's not working. And the reason why I want to, I read on her often. She is, she's golden. She's okay. She's protected, is what I understand. And I just want to see what her outcome is. I want to see her success, or, is there anything she has to look out for? Because her energy is powerful. And it's important, I think, that she stays safe, because she is one of the ones who really speaks out against Donald Trump without fear of consequence. And she knows her stuff. Okay, so Edgar, is there anything, what does her outcome look like? Where is she moving forward to? What will she be successful in these battles that she has with this man? He said, well, I've told you before, Letitia James is a very powerful being. You are correct when you say she is protected. He's saying her energy is a prism that bounces off others. He's saying she has done, this is just interesting information, but he's saying she's done shadow work throughout her life. Whether she realizes it or not, a lot of it was through the work she has done. Saying she will continue to be successful. She has won many battles against Donald Trump, and she will continue. He's saying there could be a possibility of, he's saying she has thought of running for governor, but she wants to stay in the position she's in right now. Like it is a secure position for her, and she knows, like, her being where in that seat that she's in, being the Attorney General, is important to her because of what's going on now. What is her future outcome? Her future outcome looks good. She will be here and Donald Trump will not. She will have many safeguards in place for the state of New York. he's saying right now she's playing an extremely important role. How long is she? Let's see here. (2027) January. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. That. What would she consider running for governor? Saying no, 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 no. She'll be fine. He's saying she is an extremely important person in New York. Extremely important. People look to her. She works closely with the governor, and what I see in the energy there is the governor looks to her too. So that's Letitia James. She's gonna be okay. There's nothing. I don't see barriers for her. This thing they're trying to do is not going to work because she has so much protection. She has a lot of support, and the position she's in now, being Attorney General, is extremely important, so she's not going anywhere. Okay? So that's where we are with that, Letitia James. Very straightforward. The next person, let me look at this list. Let's look at Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett, we know who she is. She is, has been very outspoken and saying what it is we are looking at as a country, calling Donald Trump Hitler, comparing what he is doing to what has led up to World War II. I'm not saying we're gonna end up in a World War III, but she has been very outspoken, very blunt, very blatant in a way that her colleagues have not. Okay? And I think what I sense for her, she's gonna go far. I sense that. I've talked about that. I've also pulled for her. She has a lot of learning to do. But she's holding her own. Very intelligent, very quick with it. Very, what's the word? She knows a lot of stuff. She knows a lot. You can't really get one over on her. I love her outspokenness. We need more of that at this time. Okay, so Edgar, what is moving? The future for Jasmine Crockett. Even energetically, what position is she in right now? He's saying presently she will have a hard time. He's saying being alone on an island. He's saying, but this will aid her for future endeavors within the government. And he's saying she is protected now. He's saying, what are you saying? This is a time for what? He's saying because of her outspokenness, she'll be marked to lead in the future. He's saying things will be slow for her in terms of progress, but she is going to build upon her experience. He's saying he sees a presidential run for her down the line. He's showing me, he's saying, what did he just say? I got this so distracted. He showed me an image of Kamala, and he said she will work in tandem with her. But there's something he was saying beforehand. She's going to be in government for up to the end of her life, for a very, very long time. And he's showing me an image of, what is her name? What is her name? It's on the tip of my tongue. I think she's a Texas representative as well. Maxine. He's showing me a picture of, he's comparing her longevity to, she's gonna have longevity like hers, but she's gonna go up. He's saying it will be a hard road for her, though. It will be tough, but she will not give up. She's gonna have a lot of support, she's gonna continue to win her seat. She's going to have a lot of support. It's going to be tough, though. She's already, unfortunately, we have, the government is like a reality show. You have stars, She has the charisma. She has the smarts. And, the things, it's going to be so fascinating for her, because the things that she will accomplish, real things that she'll accomplish, will be, she's going to have a hard time with her own colleagues. But she's going to be successful despite that. But it'll be difficult for her. But that's not something she can't handle, is what I'm hearing. She's very special. He's showing me her being in the, he's showing me her sitting in Congress, just working. And the thing about it is, yes, it'll be, but there'll be more powerful, more powerful colleagues that will push her forward. He's saying she could even be house leader. That's what'll get hard for her, he's saying. He'll even be house leader. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Next person. What time is it? I can't see. So I do Letitia, I did Jasmine. I want to do Hakeem Jeffries. I've been hearing some things, about Hakeem Jeffries and the weakness he is displaying, apparently. People are unhappy. Is he Senate leader? Senate minority leader? And they have him in a sombrero, and they went to meet with Donald, and girl, anyway, child, let's see what his outcome is. What's going on? What's going to happen with him? Interesting. He's telling me to pull. But he's saying this one is interesting because there'll be a turnaround for him. He'll be brought to the brink. He's telling me to pull cards. Real quick. Just pull one. King Jeffries. Why will he be brought to the brink? Saying the pressure is too much, but it's nothing he could handle. He's saying a Queen of Swords. It's almost like, why? What? Four of Pentacles. Celebration. He's not going to let go. He's not. Okay, I understand. Sometimes it just feels like they don't know what to do. Or, you know what I mean? They don't know how to fight them. Feel focused on decorum. I get it, it's the government, but I've seen some things. I too have worked adjacent to the government. There's a mess. They're messy. All right. What does his future look like? This is putting the writing on the wall for him. He's being watched very closely. Who's he being watched by? He's been giving a gargantuan position, basically holding the wall. This Four of Pentacles here. This is a party, is what Edgar is telling me. He said he will be successful, but not without some concessions. He's saying he proved why he has this job. There'll be a success. He's showing me them cheering. He's showing me them cheering. He's saying, I'm asking him, why does he... I get it. You can't... But why not? Why can't you? Anyway, he's saying it's not his style to be, you know. He understands also as a black man, he can't do certain things. He doesn't have the freedom to, so he's being careful in that. Even though I feel like, you know, whatever, but I get it. But he's saying, what is his future outcome? This is a pivotal moment for him that he will prove himself to be successful. This moment will aid him in future endeavors because he will prove why he is in the position he's in, is what Edgar's saying to me. It will not be easy. He said this will bring him far. This will bring him far. Okay. This will bring him far. Far to what? He will continue to lead. He's not running for president or anything. I don't see that, you know, he's not saying that, but this will widen him more. Not in a bad way. Chuck Schumer, let's look at him. Tell me about Chuck. It's quiet. What's his future? He's saying they have friction, him and Hakeem Jeffries. I can tell you that Edgar does not feel impressed with Chuck Schumer. I don't really pay attention too much to Chuck Schumer, but he does not feel very much impressed with him. He's not saying much. What's his future outcome? He keeps saying, you know, he's interesting. He's interesting because he keeps holding on to something while trying to do this. What is he holding on to? He's saying to me like he's holding on to power. Him and Hakeem Jeffries, interesting that Edgar would say this. But there's friction between them. Their approach is different. He said he steps on a lot of toes. Edgar said that about Chuck. Like he tries to quiet people. Maybe even a little untrustworthy. I don't have too much opinion about Chuck Schumer. I don't have too much opinion about Hakeem Jeffries. You know, there's a few disappointments there, but I stand at the position. Chuck Schumer, I can't really get a read on energetically. What is he holding on to? Look. What is that? What did I say? I told you, look, 5 and 5. 5 of wands and 5 of swords. He feels worse off. This Chuck Schumer. Very interesting. Almost feels like he doesn't know what to do. Friction. 2 5s. Card of five. Number of conflict. 5 of wands and 5 of swords. Five of swords. Let me just see what this last card is. I was just thinking, that's why I was 6 of wands on the bottom, 4 of wands, 6 of wands, and the 5 of cups on the bottom. The Hierophant. Strength. Yeah, it feels, quite honestly, 4 of Pentacles there again, just like Ace of Cups. It's like he's trying to hold his position. 5 and 5 in the Hierophant. Okay, this is the government. His position, the institutions. 5 of Swords. Internally, it's like you are very hard on yourself, right? As the self with this card, you are critical of yourself and even others, quite frankly. There's something about Chuck Schumer. I'm touching his energy for the first time, and I have to tell you, there's something a little bit off there. 5 of Wands is you have your own agendas. Everyone has their own agendas. People stepping on toes. There's no one on the same page. It's a card of conflict. 5 of Swords also is like winning at all costs. But at what cost? And then you have the government here. Conformity, how things are done. That's what he is. He sets this standard of like, do we have to do this way? This is how it's always been done. And it steps on a lot of toes. And it causes friction. And this is what Edgar is saying to me. But he's not telling me. He's saying he has secrets. He's mentioning shadows, Edgar. He's saying, oof, 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 oof. He's saying he does care. He does want things to progress, but there's something happening on the back end that is shady. Right? Is that what you're saying to me? What is happening there that's shady? He's saying he's holding on to the gold. He's holding on to the gold. He gets a lot of accolades from his position. And he's saying he doesn't want the status quo to change, which is the issue I'm gathering. He doesn't want the status quo to change. He is a block, and more people will see it. He's saying people have turned from him. He's saying within their own camp, he didn't say that, but I'm saying that. And within their own camp, he has caused a lot of friction. Chuck Schumer. I don't know anything about this man. This is interesting. Outside of what he looks like and what he sounds like. He's saying he hides behind progression. Oof. He said he hides behind progression, even though he has a lot of right-wing beliefs. He's saying his outcome is unknown. It could really go either way. Because I asked him, what is the outcome here? Because it seems like more important to tell me this information than what will happen to him. But he's saying, he's saying to me like his outcome is unknown. It could go either way. But somehow his reputation will be tarnished. Okay? Chuck Schumer, guys. All right? I don't know about the man, so... But that's the energy I felt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where are we with time? What's that say? 40. 47 minutes. Okay, 47 minutes. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Should I do Kamala now or should I save her for last? End with her? I'll end with her. Alright, so we're getting into the other side, the other parts, into the administration. Okay, let's do Pam Bondi. Pammy. She is the leader of the DOJ or the DOT, Department of Trump, okay, not the Department of Justice, and she's terrible at her job, okay, so I did a few readings on her. She's terrible at her job. She does whatever Trump says. Forget the law. What's the law? It doesn't matter anymore. So let's see what her outcome is. Edgar, if you could tell me what's going on here. Pam Bondi. He's showing me fire. And he said, oh, I feel it too. The energy is very heavy surrounding her. Not good. And he's saying she is in a crisis. Why is she in a crisis? He's saying she's in a crisis because of how she is behaving, and there are people watching her. He's showing me it's a shadow. It's a man with a notebook writing things down. Like not a notebook. Is this a making notes of things, like it's in secret. What is this you're showing me? It's like it's not a notebook. It's like a writing pad. And looking down at it like, yep, and writing it like in secret. Like this bald man, he has hair around the edges. He's a little thin and balding, and he's wearing glasses. Who is that? And I think it's a journalist. Feels like a journalist. Is it a journalist? Saying yes. She is on fire. She's in a crisis. Why are they watching her? I'm hearing whistleblower. She has done everything against the oath she took. It's telling me to pull cards. I feel an urge to reflect. What deck? You're not showing me this. You're showing me this one. 5 of Cups on the bottom. All I saw was red and fire. She's going to get in a lot of trouble, he's saying to me. He's saying it'll be some time. It'll take some time, he's saying. Within the next year, perhaps. Oh wait, oh look, 5 again. And this is hers, he said. I brought this up again. 5 of Cups, 8 of Wands, 7 of Cups, 2 of Swords. Is that a 3? 2 of Wands. Hierophant. 5 of Swords. That energy. I feel it in my stomach. Wheel of Fortune. 5 of Pentacles. I said, before I pulled these cards, I said, there's a 5 of Pentacles. I know that feeling of the 5 of Pentacles. I knew it was there. I knew it was there, okay? Tell me about her outcome. She's in a room. I could hear men talking, saying her name, and reading something. And she's looking stoic. What is that? A hearing. It's a hearing. It's very serious. I could feel the, as soon as I touched her energy, and Edgar said, oh, I feel dread in the pit of my stomach. Like anxiety. I knew this was here. I mean, this is a minor card. 5 of Pentacles. But it's really, the energy of 5 of Pentacles is just like isolation. No friends left. Victim mentality. Bankruptcy in a lot of aspects. It's not a good feeling. That's what I felt. Before I pulled it, I said, I know the 5 of Pentacles is here. 5 of Cups. Quick loss. Confusion. There's a lot of, right now, there's a lot of, Not disillusionment. Uh, uh, um, Delusion. I feel in her energy as well. And they're saying she knows what she is doing is wrong. That she doesn't recognize how far she is going. Like, people are recording her. She goes as far as she goes. He said, he's saying she won't be protected. And now she goes as far as she goes because she can. She said he's talking about the things that she says. Again, I don't pay attention to this person either. He said she's in grave peril. He said it. Give it a year from now. But he's saying before that it'll be a build up. The Hierophant. This is the Hierophant here too. This is the Department of the DOT. See the confusion surrounding it? That, this will turn. Five of Swords. Yeah. The Five of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune in the same lineup, The Five of Swords is you do things sneakily. You win at all costs, but there's always a cost. And the Wheel of Fortune says you get what you put in. The wheel turns on you when it's a card of karma. Okay? Pam Bondi. Next one. Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson. I read on Mike Johnson a long time ago, and his energy is very flimsy. His spirit is very weak. And I'm not saying this in a mean way. I'm not like insulting him. I'm literally, that's what it is. I'm not being mean. I'm literally saying I'm not, I don't like to do that where, not all the time, for the most part. I do keep it serious, but his energy is weak. You could just walk right on. Well, I could have just, anyway. I could have been all up in there. There was no safeguards. There was nothing. You just blow on his spirit and it's just like, whoa, blows away. Very weak. Very weak. Because of, I'm assuming, the things that he does. Edgar, why is his energy so weak? Can you tell me? He said he doesn't believe in much. He's saying he doesn't believe in much. He doesn't have a headache. He doesn't live his life very authentically. And he's very unhappy. I'm making the observation. I'm making the observation like it feels like an empty vessel. Like an empty shell. Edgar isn't saying anything. He's not disagreeing with me. But that's what it feels like. If I could make an observation. Yeah. Okay, so what is his outcome, Edgar? Mike Johnson. First he said he fuels, and then he said he it it feels like he won't make it, and then he said he fuels his own demise. Yeesh. Merely by his existence. He will fail, he's saying. It will be a huge disappointment. He's already on thin ice with the Republicans, with his people. They'll turn his back. They'll turn their backs on him. I feel he's desperate. There's a tinge of desperation in his energy. You know? He's saying he will. I just feel like I went into a weird trance, but he's saying he is willing to do anything to win, and that is what will cost him. It's like he will look and say like, yeah, I'm winning, like even now, but this will cost him very deeply. He's saying, I don't see a future for him. Yikes. I don't see a few. Look, Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands and Strength in reverse. What did I say? Ten of Wands, burden, hardship, and in Strength in reverse. He can't handle it. I don't see a future for him, he's saying to me, Edgar. Yep, look, Six of Wands. Beside the Strength in reverse. Your reputation. Four of Pentacles on the bottom. What did I say? Five of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Yep. And this is Three of Pentacles after. Always a cost. All right, Mike Johnson. That's him. He will lose his position as House Leader because this is what Edgar just said. He will lose his position. Great disappointment. He will take the blame. He will take the brunt of most of everything. Okay? Cash Patel. Let's look at this fool. Cash Patel. He has some wide eyes, huh? All right. He's the director of the FBI somehow. But, okay, Edgar, what do you got for me for Cash Patel? He said he'll be forced to resign in 6 months. There's a relation between Donald Trump leaving and him being forced to resign. Kash Patel. He's just said very simply, that's what will happen to him. He's going to blunder something really badly, and he will have no choice but to leave. There's something about holes and flaws. I'm hearing, what do you mean by that? My right ear is ringing. Like flaws. Something is going to be revealed. But he's going to mess an investigation. It's going to be something big. But it's about exposure. Show me in a card. It's about exposure. That he'll be forced to resign. Within the next 6 months. He'll be gone. This card's falling out. King of Wands and the Devil. Oop, let me cover these nudes up. Like, that's totally out of control. Okay. King of Wands and the Devil. That's all you need to know. One more. What did I say? The Hangman, the Fool in Reverse, and the Tower. Kash Patel. Within 6 months, friends. Stephen Miller. Let's take a look at him. Where are we with time? An hour. Okay. Okay. Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller is in charge of something. It eludes me now, but I can't believe we're around the same age. Stephen Miller, what's his outcome? What's that look like? Edgar's saying he'll be thrown out the White House. When Trump goes, he'll be thrown out. He'll be thrown out. Interestingly, it's saying he's too extreme. Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Lovers. It's like, it's not even about Stephen Miller. It's not even about, he's saying, it's just, he will maybe, words. He won't even want to be there. Because no one will. Knight of Wands. Like, he's going to. Is something here you're saying about him taking off? He's saying he's going to go off and do his own thing. Like, he's going to. Maybe in a podcast, or, he's going to do his own. The devil's on the bottom there. He's going to go off. Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. The Sun and the Five of Cups. Yeah, he won't disappear, Edgar's saying. But there'll be some, there'll be, what's the word? There'll be a lack of, like, the sun is here, but that's something else. I can't think of the word, so I'm getting tired. But it's on the tip of my tongue. And he'll be infamous. It'll be like he'll go off into not being recluse. That's not the word. It'll be like he's in his own little corner of the world, sprouting craziness. He's delusional too. I'm not saying that judgmentally or as an opinion. I feel it in his energy. He doesn't live in reality. He does not live in reality. And it's like, I can't think of the word. When you have attention suddenly and then you don't. It's called falling into I can't think of the word. And Edgar can't tell me because my brain is not. Words. The word eludes me. Sometimes words are hard. And it's like a machine in my head. The information being poured into me. What is it called when you... Let's see if they could tell me. Falling into oblivion. I mean, yeah, that is apt. That's what obscurity. That's the word. That's what he was saying that I couldn't hear. He will fall into obscurity. Like, he'll have a podcast. He'll be in a little corner of the world, but he'll fall into obscurity after Trump goes. Okay? Stephen Miller. What time is it? This one's gonna be a little long. I hope you guys don't mind. Kristi Noem. She is someone that is somehow in charge of Homeland Security. And it's being sued a lot. Let's see her outcome. Edgar, what is her outcome? Christy, no. He's saying she'll fly under the radar for a bit. He said her future, like she won't, like she'll fly under the radar. Her future, he's saying there'll be a blight on her future because of this position she's in now. She won't want to continue this. I have never used the word blight in my life. Let's see. Okay, a plant disease. I've never used the word blight. Thing that spoils or damages something. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, I get the context. It's not something that was good. It's something that will affect her future. Saying she will have a hard time in the future. He's saying she might write a book though. She may write a book about her experience. Okay, girl, really? She's gonna have a difficult future, he's saying. She's gonna have a difficult future. Show me. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Knight of Cups. Nine of Wands in reverse. The Lovers. Ace of Cups in reverse. A lot of cups. I could feel that in the energy. A lot of emotion. A lot of upset. Look, Knight of Swords and the Five of Cups. Temperance, the Tower. No peace. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, she's gonna write a book. Temperance and the Tower. Not good. He's saying, interestingly enough, I don't know Christy Nome either. I don't really pay attention to her. But what he's saying to me is that she's gonna see the damage she has done. She will feel a lot of guilt, he's saying, actually. These cups, all these cups here. Not just because of the consequence of her actions, but genuine guilt. There will be no inner peace for her. Okay? She'll feel this Nine of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Wands upright is about resilience. It's about, oh, you're right there. You know, when there's a hardship, these hardships will continue for her. These cups here is the emotion. This here, this Ace of Cups in reverse is the guilt. She's not gonna have a good, this is internal mostly. I mean, it's external too, but really this is a lot of internal turmoil. A lot of like this temperance in the tower here, you know, there's not a lot of inner peace that she will, well, listen, girl, you should have just, listen, but, the way the universe works, a lot of turmoil for her. A lot of inner pain, a lot of regret, guilt, shame. She will feel it. Okay? Oh, Christy, no. That's her outcome. She won't want to do this job. Will she quit at some point? He's saying yes. At the same time, like it's unknown. The energy isn't there yet, but he's saying I sense that she will walk away. Like he's showing me her pulling away from this work. But either, you know, it'll be too late because it'll be a blight. Okay? You know, this Knight of Cups is almost like she's gonna see like, oh shit. You know? Knight of Cups also sometimes is like you're delusional, you're in denial, or you're idealizing what you're doing. I'm doing the right thing, but something is gonna shift with her that's gonna bring on inner turmoil is what she deserves. And she's gonna have, this is the choice of her staying, you know. Big life choice, fork in the road. Anyway, I did want to everyone. Donald Trump, y'all want to do Donald? I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this man because I already told y'all yesterday what I saw. A lot of inner turmoil for that one. Sorry, Christy Gnome. I don't know, you're gonna have to talk to the people. You're gonna have to talk to the lady or the man in the therapy session because that's gonna be bad for you emotionally. Donald Trump. Edgar. You told me. He cut me off. Yes, I did. I told you. He said, yes, I did. I told you. That's how he said it. He said he's still on track. He is very weak. He doesn't have a lot of vitality. Why do they always say this to me? Is this, you have to be prepared? This is the message they keep saying to me, all of my guides. Are you saying this to me to say to other people? Is this a message for everyone or is it specifically to me? He's saying to me, this is a message for everyone because the nation will be at a standstill. He's saying it's a phases that will occur. Okay. 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 He's saying you. He said this is a message for everyone. Things will happen in phases with this man going. Okay. He's not telling me specifically, but I've already shared. Okay. That. But what he's saying to me and every other light worker, this is where the real work will start. Is what he just said to me. This is where the real work, and I feel like we've been doing real work. But this is apparently. All right, so that's Donald Trump. Kamala. I still have not gotten through her book, guys. It's hard for me. Listen to it. I do listen here and there, little bits and pieces. I'm getting through it, but it's hard because I want to swing on someone. But anyway, that's besides the point. No, I don't promote violence. Kamala, what's going on with her? I pulled for her. I have pulled for her. I have seen what the outcome of her tour and a book and everything. He's saying mentally she will slowly come to realize why this work is important again. And it's not to say she doesn't know it's important, but sometimes what happens with disillusionment, there's a disconnection that happens in your mind where you're just like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. That's where she is. When you're just like, you're saying words and you're doing things and you're giving the advice and you're stating of what's going on and how it's a problem, and she's doing all of that. That there's still a cord there's a separation. And acceptance even. Okay? And somewhere down the line that cord will be reconnected. He's saying she will see what she needs to do. He's saying, there's so many things he just said and showed me, but he's saying like, he's saying like, I don't know why this is funny to me. She will be standing somewhere. I'll keep it real. It feels like she'll be running again, but she'll be standing. He showed me her standing, and he said to me she can't even believe that she's doing this again. Like she will have this sudden realization of like, I can't believe I'm standing up here doing this. He said it will be unbelievable to her, and he's saying her approach will be completely different. He said this journey that she's on now is for her to learn more lessons, and her approach to this will be completely different. And what's interesting is that he keeps saying to me the year's not important, because again there's so many things in between that and then more important things than her being there. that she'll be involved in. He said her future looks bright. They will still come to her. She's not convinced. The more I check into her energy, the more she sees everything. And everything she said would happen, has happened. And he said she will become convinced and she will be prepared. He said the universe is preparing her. Hoo-wee. Anyway, child, I don't know. All I know is that she is going to challenge JD Vance. And it doesn't, I don't know what I'm looking at. It doesn't, it's not going to be, it doesn't feel, I don't know how to articulate. What am I looking at? It's like he's saying to me, it's not about the presidency right now, right? It's about speaking out. And there's something she's going to Oh my goodness. I can feel it. It feels very strange, but in a good way. And I forgot to even talk about JD Vance. I see. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. He wasn't even on my list. He was not even up there. He wasn't even up there. I just realized that I didn't put him up there. He's the vice president, supposedly. Ciao. Show me something here with these two. There's something with these two. Wait. Oh, okay. Page of Wands. Is that reverse? Nope, upright. Okay. Eight of Cups. Three of Wands. I am telling you. Seven of Swords. The World. Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay. Very different. Judgment. I'm telling you guys. Death. Eight of Pentacles. That's where it begins. Now, is this for the presidency? He's saying to me this will happen before. Just criticisms and challenges. She won't be quiet. She will go after him, he's telling me. She's going to go after him. First with her words and get attention. And that's when it will happen. Is that correct? He said yes. I've already talked about JD Vance and what his outcome will look like. I mean, he's not going to do well. He's not. He is not. Yeah, I don't understand what will be left to him. Empress. Y'all get upset and y'all say, well, nothing will change. Y'all don't know. He don't have an essence. I forgot about him. I didn't even put him on the list. He don't got that riz, the charisma. He doesn't have the cult of personality. Because he's not authentic. He's not himself. People could sense that. Even though, even someone, even an animal, I don't know. JD Vance, Ace of Swords. Listen, this 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 4 of Cups, King of Cups, 7 of Wands, Page of Cups. Listen, you will have to defend his 6 of Pentacles in reverse. No support. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. I might have to shuffle. Judgment again. Temperance, Strength in reverse, Judgment. King of Pentacles in reverse. No stability or security. 3 of Wands. Again, Fool in reverse. Listen. Good luck, JD. All right, guys, that's it. I'm done. Please like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Like the video because that is how people see me, more of me. I mean, if you want to see more of me. Also, if you want to become a member, well, why not? Just, become a member, support. I would appreciate that. But anyway, you don't have to. You could just watch. You could comment. Let me know what you think. Like the video, and I will see you. Actually, I'm going to see you tomorrow because I want, maybe Sunday. I'm not sure if I'm doing a live. I should decide that though, right? It's Saturday. I don't think I'm going to do live. I think I'm going to upload tomorrow, okay? But I'll see you very soon because I want to talk about the week ahead. All right? Okay. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.